There's a look at Robert Reed's pick four ticket, and all alone with Andy over here in the second race, and he is alive with that pick five, scoring with Mick Wicked move, so that's nice. And then fanned out in the third with the 4, 5, 6, and 7, and fourth race going with In Control, which is there's some different options to get. He does have the 5 and 6, which are my top two, but he added in T. Woodley and Solway. And then in race number 3, it is a 4, 5, and 9. Delgado, the Great Reset. Added Timel Riggs that I'm a little afraid of in there. Fourth race, he didn't bother adding anything to Hunter Hill because, Hunter Hill probably is the best in there. Maybe he's in control. Race is better with equipment change, but he was confident with Hunter Hill. And in the fifth race, the two outside horses, Century Kalimba and Wyeth Flower, number 10, for $4.80. Conley's ticket. Robert is having a little bit of technical glitches with his sound, but I tell you, his selections were sound in the first race, and his pick four ticket may well be rather sound as well. Field for the second race, entering the track for the post parade coming up shortly. Field on post parade for race number 2. And number 4 is GRR, Ryan DeRoche. 5, Tijuana Sealster, Todd Ratchford for Jacob Roberts, and Triple S Equine. Race number 6, Andy over Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Number 7, the Boss Man, Travis Embry for Stephen Bossens and Steve Palermo. Win Staple. And 9 is Top of the Bar, George Ketros drives and trains and owns. It's a field of 9 for race number 2, and we'll start with number 6, Andy Over. We'll see if Rob is with us as he's having some sound problems, but selections are sound, and Andy Over is probably a sound selection as well, Rob.
Yeah, I think Andy Over is the one, like I said earlier, right? He just gets down to a spot where he should be very difficult to beat Gary. This is, option of what he's been facing as of, and I think he's a horse that's going to really take the 5 miles at Grace. Well, stayed on the inside, ended up getting shuffled back, and I thought race better, but I think he can take a big step forward off the Icon class. So Andy Over was the single for me in the pick 5 and the pick 2 to 1 of the likely flips come post time. I'd be shocked if he's not the favorite over Dilster at post time.
Andy Over, if we talked about Tijuana Sealster being a backup plan, the fans think it's more than a backup plan. 6-5 on Tijuana Sealster. Didn't have a lot of bite here last time out, but look at last year. Did win 9 times and is one that gets a better post position and also a second try here on the 5/8 at Grand River. Bulldog, when he's right, he can be a pretty big factor. You see a dominant win at London back May the 14th, winning by 6 lengths in 58-1. So Bulldog and Anthony Hahn is a 9-1. And then one more is number 3, Solwit. And Solwit has made the top 3 in 9 out of 17 on the year, but is one that tends to be a little win shy. 3 wins in the last 2 seasons, but then 9 runner-up finishes and 7 thirds. So Solwit is definitely one you've got to consider for somewhere on the ticket. But right now, the fans are trying to decide between number 6, Andy Over, who is 2-1 on the board. I'm shocked at that 2-1 with Tijuana Sealster at 3-2 taking the favorite status, as Andy Over is probably the more logical one. But Tijuana Sealster, we saw last year, 12 wins, and so people have seen Tijuana Sealster do some big things here on the half-mile track. We'll see if it translates. And did come in off of a second to Petro Angel, who was really good last time out. It's a field of 9 for race number 2, taking up their positions. It's a field of 9 for the second. T. Woodley, Bulldog, and Solwit on the inside. In the center, Cura, Tijuana Sealster. And to the outside, Andy over the Bossman and Southwind Caesar. And the second tier, top of the bar. Field of 9, race number 2, the second dash, on a rather warm-ish Monday night at the river. Field for the second race. Turning into the backstretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're at the start. And they're off, and Tijuana Sealster is going to blast out with Bulldog on the inside, and Yover is racing third, then Curati, Woodley, and Solwit and top of the bar, and then it is back to the Bossman and Southwind Caesar, and the field works on around the turn. Tijuana Sealster is trying to come on and get the lead. Tijuana Sealster, then Bulldog, and Yover is racing third, but now is going to get over to the pylons as they race their way off the turn. Then position fourth now as the field will move up towards us. And that is Cura in front of T. Woodley. Further back is Solweb. Then it is top of the bar. Then the Bossman and Southwind Caesar. And right now on top, Tijuana Sealster, who's 4 to 5. Tijuana Sealster and Bulldog. And Yover is racing position third. Then Cura is racing fourth as they work their way on into the backstretch, and T. Woodley and Sol Webb, the boss man, top of the bar, and Southwind Caesar is trailing the field on down the backstretch they go, and it is still looking rather handy on the lead, and Bulldogs racing second, and the over now is going to move up on the outside. Tijuana Sealster now may get tested by Andy Over, who's come first over and is only about a length off the lead. To the inside, third is Bulldog. Then Cura's racing fourth. T. Woodley is fifth. Sixth is Soul Webb. And then it is back to the Bossman and Southwind Caesar in top of the bar. Tijuana Sealster driving on against Andy Over. Tijuana Sealster, Andy Over still with work to do. And Bulldog is right there growling and looking to turn on into the passing lane. It is Tijuana Sealster and Bulldog and Andy Over, three across the track. Tijuana Sealster continues on. Tijuana Sealster says buenas noches, amigo, to Andy Over. Then Bulldog and T. Woodley, 155 and 3. Tijuana Sealster, Rob, just loves being at Grand River Raceway. Coming back in front of us is the winner of race number 2. It's 5, Tijuana Sealster, 5-year-old muscle mass bay mare, owned by Triple S Equine, trained by Jacob Roberts. Second race payouts 5, Tijuana Sealster, 380, 220, 210. 6, Andy Over, 250, 220. 2, Bulldog, 260. The double of 5 and 5, 37.40. $2 exactor, $6.90. The dollar try, $7.50. The dollar super, $36.85. Second race order finish from the top. So 437-512-968. That is 437-512-968 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 3. On the track for the post parade. Scratched is one. Global News, a field of 8 on the trot. Preferred 2 trotters, purse of 11,000. Number 2 is Third Time's the Dream, Colin Califord Gemellis. Number 3, Impressive Dude, Sammy Filya for Aaron Nadeau and Louis Wan. Michelle Atarta, is Petro Angel, Jason Ryan for Daryl Laver. Number 7, Marvin Hagler, Brett Madonna for Mark McQuarrie and Mary Pedden. Number 8 is Spun from Magic, Scott Quilliver, Cassidy Schneider, and Colonel Schneider Jr. And 9 is Tamil Riggs, Travis Henry for Mark Etzel. Field of 8, race number 3. Let's get a look at Metro Angel to step up. We'll see. Certainly off a great effort. Number 7, Marvin Hagler is one of the main players in here. Marvin Hagler is also moving up, but also one that has had success in the past. In fact, May the 13th, preferred class at London, beaten just a quarter of a length by Cena Magician, who's a very nice trotter. Marvin Hagler, Brett McDonough for Mark McQuarrie, is currently on the board at 5-1. Others to look at. How about number 5, the Great Reset, who is my top choice and most recently had a troubled outing on the closing day of the meet at London in the preferred class with broken equipment. And I want to get to number 9, Tamil Riggs, because I used this one for a second, and on that pick 5, which is dead, I had the Great Reset on top. Tamil Riggs, it is the trailer post, but the trailer post is doing better than I was anticipating so far during this meet. And Tamil Riggs certainly is one that has some class. Hasn't raced since the 19th of May at Flamborough, and that was a win, but then qualified in 57 with a good 56 and 4 back half. Maybe Tamil Riggs, who's sent up by the very capable trot trainer Mark Etzel with Travis Henry driving. Maybe Tamil Riggs will live up to that 9-5. I don't like the price, but I love the price on Rob's top choice, Petro Angel, at 14-1. My top choice in this third race is number 5, the Great Reset, at 5-1. I think this is a really, really good trot race to bet, because I think you're getting value on many horses, because Tamil Riggs from the trailer post probably shouldn't be down to 2-1 because of the post position. It's a field of 8 for the third, taking up positions. It'll be Third Time's the Dream and Impressive Dude. In the center, Delgado, the Great Reset, and Petro Angel. And to the outside, Marvin Hagler and Spun from Magic, and the second tier, Tamil Riggs. With their positions on the gate, and they're at the start, and they're off. The Great Reset will drive with Delgado, and then also getting out is Petro Angel. Third Time's the Dream, Impressive Dude, Marvin Hagler, and Tamil Riggs, and Spun from Magic is trailing the field. But the Great Reset, the Chestnut, the Great Reset is quickly, and Third Time's the Dream, third, Petro Angel on the pylons, racing fourth. Then it is Impressive Dude, and back to Tamil Riggs as they race off the turn. Then Marvin Hagler and Spun from Magic, the Great Reset. Sharp early, 20, trotting that opening quarter. The Great Reset leads on past us, and racing second is Delgado. Third Time's the Dream. Petro Angel is racing fourth and is going to come first over. Then it is Impressive Dude on the inside, and moving out is Tamil Marvin Hagler and Spun from Magic. The Great Reset at 9-2 has the lead, and racing second, Delgado is trying to turn back Petro Angel. And racing third, Tamil Riggs is sent out 3D. Delgado to the inside. Marvin Hagler fifth. 3/4, 125 and 2. The Great Reset is game as they turn from the Great Reset and Tamil Riggs. Tamil Riggs and the Great Reset. Flying ladies, Marvin Hagler. Tamil Riggs is going to get the better of the Great Reset. And then third is between Delgado and Marvin Hagler. But Tamil Riggs from the trailer post scores it 5-2. On the board, we have a 9-5-4-7. Back in front of us, the winner of race 3. 9-Timel Regs, a 7-year-old Cadabra bay horse, owned and trained by Mark Hetzel. Travis Henry with the driving double on the evening. 4th win for Timel Regs this year, 18th lifetime. The third race payouts 9-Timel Rig, 710, 420, and 340. 5 the Great Reset, $6, 310, 4 Delgado, 210. $2 race actor, 44.70. Dollar try, 34.50. Dollar super, 100, 28.50. Field for race number 4 is on parade. It's a field of 9 and purse of $6,500. Horses and geldings on the pace. Number 1, DM John Wick. Tyler Moore drives for Don Lindsay, and the lessee is Andrea Lindsay. Number 2 is B. Stoney, Samuel Filia for Mark Winnicott and Jim Maxwell Racing. And number 3 is Homie Joe, Brett McDonough for Mark McQuarrie and Nicole Pedden and Angus McQuarrie. Number 4 is Hunter Hill, Scott Kohler, Scott West. And 9 is King Jules, Travis Henry for James Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. It's a field of 9 for race number 4. Let's get a look at, some of the main players at 6-3. We'll start with number 4, Hunter Hill, even money in the board. And I think just about everyone's top pick in here. Hunter Hill went to Kawartha last race and just dominated there. But also, Hunter Hill has a lot of back class. Took a mark of 50-1 last year as a 6-year-old at Mohawk, winning 6 times. And overall, Hunter Hill is one that at this level, because you see Hunter Hill has raced against much tougher. You see May the 9th at Flamborough Downs in that top condition, winning by 3 lengths in 53 over that half-mile track. Hunter Hill jumps off the page at this level and is 4-5. Number 8, He's in Control. One that I left off my top 4. I know that He's in Control is a very nice one. And last race raced from post 8, but it'd come a good back half of 56-4, and now makes the equipment change. And Lyle MacArthur's had a lot of success in the past, but I still wanted to see one more start from He's in Control before I could back him. But Rob went second choice. He's in Control, and certainly has the talent and fits well here. We'll see if it shows up here in this one. Equipment change, blind rope, is 10-1 on the board. Number 6, Captain Butler, is one that won in this class last race, and Captain Butler is my second choice, and did race really nicely, coming from off the pace to get on by and beat B. Stoney and Homie Joe, the 2 and 3 in here. Captain Butler, Todd Ratchford for Mary Ratchford, is one that was off form racing at Mohawk, then took the drop in here, and really, the Butler did it. It was a very good Captain Butler. 3 consecutive third-place finishes. And this is one that's been a win shy this year, just 1 win in 21 starts, but 8 runner-up finishes and 4 thirds. So Homie Joe is one that you have to consider as a possibility on the try, because 13 out of 21 on the year, and was 3rd in this class last race. Gets off the gate well, got a pocket trip last race. Homie Joe certainly overall shows enough to be a player. And one more that I want to get a look at is number 2, B. Stoney, because B. Stoney was second in front of Homie Joe last race and was beaten only ahead. Sammy Filia for Mark Winnicott. Sammy's having a really good year, has really been effective, has a 301 driving average. So B. Stoney, I think, is one that you can certainly consider a possibility. Gets a nice price at 9-1, but no price at number 4, Hunter Hill. Our top choice, both of us at 4-5. Rob and I are all in on Hunter Hill, and then he went to 8. He's in Control for second, and I have number 6, Captain Butler, at 4-1 as the second choice. Taking up their positions, DM John Wick and B. Stoney and Homie Joe. In the center, Hunter Hill, Bryant Sealster, and to the outside, Captain Butler control the gold, and He's in Control. And the second tier, King Jules. It's a field of 9 for the 4th race. They are into position and about to enter the backstretch. 4th race on a warmish Monday night as we are gathered at the river. Field of 9, 4th race. All up on the gate. And there at the start, and the rough, and Hunter Hill was pushing his nose on the gate and is going to blast right home and take the lead. Then B. Stoney, DM John Wick, and Homie Joe is racing sixth, and then back to Bryant Sealster, control the golden. He's in control as trailing the field. Hunter Hill at 2 to 5 on the board, and Scotty Coulter revved up early and leads by about 3 1/4 lengths right now. B. Stoney is second, and then racing position third off the turn is DM John Wick, who works right now in front of Homie Joe as they work their way off the turn and they come on towards us. Then racing position fifth is Captain Butler in front of King Jules. Back further is Bryant Sealster, control the goal, and he's in control. Is further back as they work off the turn and roll their way up to the half, and it is Hunter Hill into the backstretch. Hunter Hill has the lead. Hunter Hill 2 to 5 favorite. B. Stoney at 5 to 1 a second. DM John Wick is third. Now Captain Butler is doing it on the outside, and Homie Joe is racing fifth. Control the goal, takes over sixth. King Jewel seventh. Then Bryant Sealster, and he's in control. Is back trailing the field, and it is Hunter Hill 2 to 5 on the board with the front, and capped second with B. Stoney. DM John Wick is racing fourth, and then control the goal, darting down to the inside. Homie Joe to save some ground on the turn. Then it is back to Bryant's control. Is still last 3/4, 124 and 1. Race number 4, Hunter Hill, a dominating effort, 152 and 3. Coming back in front of us, it is number 4. Fourth race payouts for Hunter Hill, 280, 240, 230. 6 Captain Butler, 533, 42. B. Stoney, 280. $2 exactor, 950. Dollar try, 1220. Dollar super, 35.95. The fourth race, order of finish from the top down, is a 6-3-4-3-4. 152-879 on the bottom. Field for the fifth on parade. 1, Page Rock Scissors. John Barrington for Janaya Gallant. And number 2, Silent Lucidity. Brett McDonough for Robert Kyle Fellows and Yolanda Fellows in Windermere Stable, and Black Corbeil and Fred Niclerio. 3 is Ace 44 Rebel. Travis Henry for Craig Gilmore and Dana White. Number 4 is My Last Kiss. Jay and Francis Richard and John Collins. And number 8 is YS Flower. Number 10, Jason Ryan for Marie Helene DuPont. Maybe be at least forwardly placed enough to then get the job done. 5-2 on the board. Number 2, Silent Lucidity. Well, the last couple races, both of them 7th place finishes, so at first glance you kind of think, what the heck? But, well, Silent Lucidity, it was further back, and then last race came on to be beaten just 3.5 lengths, and that's the race that Ken Katchinsky won. Silent Lucidity, better post position, and then the third start after missing just a wee bit of time in the middle of May. I think Silent Lucidity is back on a more regular rotation because was off about 3 weeks and now is 7 days later. Silent Lucidity at 9-1. I think that's the key line, is that tighter rotation, and does have a win this year at Flamborough. Silent Lucidity is 9-1. Other is number 5, Black to Reality. Well, one that maybe could find this a bit better spot. You see enough speed to maybe translate here. Black to Reality, though, a little bit better post position, but does need maybe to get off the gate just a little bit more. But you get Jay Harris driving, and certainly Jay can get one off the gate. Last race at Georgian Downs, but Reality maybe to be a little closer in the early going. Jay Harris for Paul Reed. And Black to Reality is a longer play at 19-1 that Rob's using on the ticket. I didn't use on my top 4, but I see some logic in there, and I'd love to get a price horse onto that super high 5. Numbers, Flower number 10, Lady Hamish. I think it's one that I thought might be a sleeper play, but the people aren't asleep at all because this one is down to 2-1 on the board. And I also want to mention Century Kalimba because that's my second choice and one that Rob didn't use on his top 5. Century Kalimba. Jody Cullen. I just can't get away from using Jody Cullen, nor should I. Century Kalimba is 8-1. You get one that Mark McDonnell for Jody Cullen at a price, but certainly winless in 13 starts so far is Century Kalimba. Taking up their positions, it is Page Rock Scissors, Silent Lucidity, and Ace 44 Rebel on the inside. In the center, My Last Kiss and Black to Reality. To the outside, Lady Hamish, Century Kalimba, and Wise Flower number 10. And the second tier is Perfect Juno. It's a field of 9 for race number 5. And they're about to enter the backstretch. Field for the 5th race. Full field, in position. They're at the start and the rough. Century Kalimba, Black to Reality, the first 2. Ace 44 Rebel coming on through. In the center of the track is Lady Hamish, and also coming through, My Last Kiss down to the inside. Page Rock Scissors, then Silent Lucidity, and Perfect Juno is trailing the field. Black to Reality and Jay Harris stepping it off on the lead right now at 9-1. Century Kalimba, Mark McDonnell is filling the pocket, and off stride goes YS Flower number 10 as they race their way off the turn. Racing third is Ace 44 Rebel, and then racing on the inside. Fourth is My Last Kiss. YS Flower number 10 recovered but lost some ground and is on the inside. Now to the outside, Lady Hamish is up and moving. Then Silent Lucidity. Page Rock Scissors in second opening quarter. The field works 35 and 4/3. Ace 44 Rebel trying to get to Black to Reality. Ace 44 Rebel on the outside. Black to Reality on the inside. It is close. Black to Reality and Ace 44 Rebel tight between those two, and close for third. We have a photo between Black to Reality on the inside, Ace 44 Rebel on the outside with a mile of 1:54 and 4. 4-7. There's a look at that slow motion coming to the finish with Black to Reality just holding on. In front of us, the winner of race 5, it's number 5, Black to Reality, a 3-year-old shadow play. Black filly, owned by Nora Parks and James Grant. Paul Reed is the trainer. It's the first win this year, second lifetime. Black to Reality, the winning drive to the Green Arrow, Jay Harris. And also note, we'd like to thank our Pizza Perfect volunteers. Thanks to the Pizza Perfect volunteers joining us here this evening at Grand River Raceway. I-5 carryover. The price is 5 Black to Reality, $21.70, $11.90 and $6. 3 Ace 44 Rebel, $11.90 and $7.80, and 6 Lady Hamish, $3.20. High 5 carryover during the meet, $1,154.30. The 5th race, order of finish from the top, said 962 413 578. That is 962 413 578 on the bottom. These in the 6th race, we have scratches of 1 and 8. But, we could take a look at Rob's Pick 5 ticket because, well, Rob does some serious handicapping. So even though we don't have Rob's internet working properly, well, actually, I think his is fine. I think our problem is here. So Robert's picks in this 6th race Miss Mac and Little T and Soundbite Hanover. Those are three sound choices. And Miss Mac off a big effort last time out. Little T, a big win at Clinton. Soundbite Hanover had been racing well last race in the sixth race to get rolling. In the seventh race, Downstairs Party and the Lion King Oss, and I'm in with the Lion King Oss as my top choice. He also adds Downstairs Party. Off a very fine effort from post 8 last time out, and now gets the inside. Downstairs Party is one that could really add to the pick 5 party and make it pay a little bit more. Race number 8, Stay Lucky, is certainly one that has a good chance to win. My second choice and Rob's top pick, and he went alone with Stay Lucky. Makes an equipment change also. Blind Brattle to blinkers. And Stay Lucky was very good last race from the trailer post, battling first up, just missed. So Stay Lucky is very logical in there. Ninth race, Rob goes with 1, 2, and 7. And I think Willie or won't he, off that effort from post 8 last race, blasting to the front. Yeah, backed away late, but also was off a long while. I expect Willie or won't he to be a lot better with another try. And down in class, I think Willie or won't he is dangerous. Missy's Magic Man could be one that gets a story. But also number 6, Boston Bound. But in that race, my top pick is number 7, It Takes Two. But Rob's 156, spend $10. Pick 5 ticket. Field for the 6th on parade. 1 is scratched, and number 2, Million Angels. Jason Ryan drives and trains and owns. Number 3, Riley Simpson and Shenko. And number 7, Soundbite Hanover, Travis Henry for Tyler Schlappman and Kevin Skilton. 8 is scratched, and 9 is Cove Beach. Todd Ratchford for Chris Hill. It's a field of 7 for the 6th. Scratch is good the last couple of tries at Clinton. Not quite as good at Sarn, but also parked every step of the way. So really, actually, when you look at 5th beaten 3 1/4 parked every step, it suddenly looks a whole lot better when you examine it a little more closely. Little T and Sammy Filia for Riley Simpson is Rob's top 2 on the board. A balanced looking tote board right now. Number 4, Ms. Mac, was one that made a first start for Joe Pereira. Last time out here had been with John Gouvet. Choice, I think, towards the bottom of the try ticket at 8-1. Number 5, Anchor So Real. Well, is one that raced at Clinton last race, made a big spirited 3 wide bid at 3/4 and came on nicely to be beaten just a length and 3/4, was 7 lengths back at the opening quarter, so closed a good bunch of ground even though it was working really hard out 3 wide. And Anchor So Real also is one that was a 6-time winner last year. That overall on the year, 9 out of 23 in the top. Nice miles for Anchor So Real. Paul McKenzie for Patrick Bissett. Anchor So Real is currently on the board right now at 5-1. One more that